Your court television news starting now.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the second breaking news update of the day with your host, the only one, NJCourts TV News. Well, actually, my name's NJCourts, but the only one bringing you that breaking news, court news shit. Sorry, I kind of messed that up. But, anyways, you catch my drift. And welcome to the night edition of NJCourts TV, which we don't do too much. Generally, we're a morning show. We do night shows, don't get me wrong. And we've broken several breaking news stories all throughout the day, which can include night, late night, early morning. So it's not unusual to catch a breaking news night update at this time of the day, or night for some of you, depending on what side of the country you're at. Or maybe if you're watching from another part of the world, which I think we even have some worldwide viewers every once in a while here on the NJCourts TV channel. So welcome, everybody again. I am back. Deja vu, yes it is. And man, what a year, what a start to the spring. I mean, between Trina Golden's coverage, stuff going on with Saint, stuff that just happened with Ski Mask Andy yesterday. And now apparently Mr. Bass being arrested on live stream, which I had just found out literally as it probably was happening. I think there was already another channel that was starting coverage of it as it was going on, or it just happened. So I know I'm not the one to break the news. I know it's already been out. But for a lot of you that may not follow Mr. Bass or may not follow some of the other platforms that have broke this news, this might be breaking news to you now. So that's why I broke it. I'm not claiming I'm the first one, and I know I'm not. So for those of you that didn't know, yes, Mr. Bass has been arrested. As of right now, he's probably currently being booked. Supposedly, somebody reached out through one of my comments and said there might be a mugshot. I already looked on Twitter and see nothing of that sort. Which, if there is, I'll still try to look. And if somebody finds it, please let me know the link or reach out to me, and we'll certainly share it. But generally, if they just arrested him, it's my understanding, especially with New York, they're not very quick to release those type of things unless, like, you're probably some big agency from New York that's got direct access to somebody that can get you that. But certainly I don't. So, the way I would have to obtain a mugshot would be through the FOIA, or I think in New York City it's a FOIL request. So through that process. But either way, maybe somebody's going to be producing a mugshot here sometime soon. Maybe it's already out. Now, once I get it and it's available, I'll share that with you. But what I do have to share with you tonight is the screens recording of, I believe this was Mr. Live's live stream as this event happened, or this incident happened, of him being arrested. And also, I wanted to bring together everybody in chat so that we can talk about it, because I've already received a lot of comments about what possibly has been the reason why he was arrested, which I guess, and again, I can't verify any of this. This news is just coming to me as I'm breaking it, and is why I'm going to be verifying this as the week goes. But apparently, some of the news I've gotten, and let me just clear some of this stuff up, and then we'll jump to the video. We'll share that. But apparently, let me see here. Let me just run it through some of my notes here. Give me a second. Apparently, they're saying something about violating some type of an order, like a protective order. Failure to appear in court. So there would be, maybe he had a warrant for failure to appear, which, we've already seen plenty of the people I cover have those, and generally they don't go, unless it's a felony. They won't go, they wouldn't go, like, what was the word? They won't go arrest you, actively go after you, now that can be different depending on states, But for example, we saw that with Ski Mask Andy, and it wasn't until they did because they supposedly said he was on some type of felony warrant arrest list, is why they went after him that one time. So, generally it's been our understanding and our kind of history with a lot of people we've covered that unless it's a felony, they really won't. And even if you've got misdemeanor warrants, they usually won't go after you. They generally wait till you get in trouble, and then they run your info and say, oh, you got a warrant. Then they arrest you. But a lot of information out there. Like I said, it's my job to verify what is the truth. I'm sure here in a day, because the state of New York is pretty quick, as once a case has been filed or once he's been booked, Generally, his case information will be available online. We saw that when we first did coverage on Mr. Jason Itzler, a.k.a. Mr. Bass, when he allegedly assaulted Alex Novel and was charged, and then you know how the outcome of that case. We already went over that. We're not going to go back to that. Well, we may refer to that, maybe if it has to do with something of the nature of why he was arrested now. But either way, we have started coverage before on this individual. We closed that book, but apparently looks like we're going to be reopening it. Either way, when we had covered him then, you saw how quick his information was available. Same thing with Controlla. When she, once that case was established, literally we were doing a live breaking news update on her, and then it just started populating on the internet about 30 minutes into my coverage. So who knows? Maybe by tonight it'll be available online. I just checked just prior to me starting this coverage, and I didn't see anything yet. Before I continue, though, and I forget, I do want to shout out some donations that just came through. Darlene Valenzuela, thank you so much for starting the evening with that $5 super sticker, Darlene. I actually saw it earlier, and just so I can show everybody else in chat. Let me get it up here. And I appreciate your continued support. It's good to see you in chat, Darlene. I see it. It's the lemon going Darlene, I appreciate that. You guys know what to do in chat. Spam them gabbles if you got them. Darlene, this gabble slam goes out to you, my friend. And we've got Sapito becoming a new member and then now a member for 6 months. Renewing. Whoop, whoop. And I've seen that happen before, so I know you've been a member longer than 1 month. So, Sapito, thank you for your continued support for 6 months. I appreciate that as a member of the jury. And Sapito says renewing. Whoop. And I threw another whoop in there for you. Much appreciated. You guys know what to do in chat. Spam them gabbles for me, please. Sapito, this gabble slam goes out to you. All right. So, what's chat saying? Put the fries in the bag, bro. Thanks for the coverage. You guys are welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Like I said, I know by now some of you are probably sick of seeing my face, but it's been yesterday, this morning, and now tonight. Well, like I said, keep those notifications on, especially if you like to get this breaking news, because that's really the only way you're going to know when it comes out. And, of course, I leave the VODs up, so in case you can't catch it now, shout out to my replay crew that catches it later. Let's see. I'm just trying to read if anybody said. Piper says, let's just start posting some of these comments here. And I'm trying to get better at reading messages. I haven't implemented it yet, but it will be coming very soon. As you've seen, we've made a lot of changes to our stage. We've improved the mic. We've improved camera. Next thing I got coming is I'm going to have a bigger monitor dedicated just to the chat. Although, like I said, I'm not cross-eyed, as many people think I am, but it should help having it directly in front of me and enlarged as large as I can. So hopefully that'll help me start to be able to read chat, even though I'm still giving, reading news. And hopefully that'll help the experience between all of us. So I'm trying my best. But Piper says, Alex has a PO based on Based, and Based paid Sonic and Mono to show up to the premiere and harass him back in November. As a matter of fact, I remember seeing that. If some of you didn't catch it, Alex Noel just featured a few days ago his Mold Mansion documentary, and in that documentary, I didn't finish it yet. I got to about, I think I would say 3/4 of the way. I'm probably going to finish it either tonight or tomorrow when I get to it. But I did get to the part where he did go over, or they did, they were going over the part where he premiered his first documentary on Mr. Bass, and it was a live premiere, and Mr. Bass had paid, and Sonic and Mondo supposedly to show up and pretty much disrupt it, and they show that, and basically that's when Alex Noel was introduced to this cast of characters that he started following, and that's how he got introduced to Mole Mansion. So basically, in his introduction to the Mole Mansion is where he mentions this incident of Mr. Bass supposedly paying Sonic and Mondo to come disrupt the live premiere of his Mr. Bass documentary. So I did see that, and I know it was my understanding that he did get a protective order when he was assaulted by Mr. Bass. So I wasn't aware if it had been extended or if it was made permanent. If you guys remember, we had just followed the case part of it. I can't recall the exact details of what happened, but if I can recall anything, I'm pretty sure Mr. Bass didn't end up getting in any trouble, if I can recall. I think it was just some was it? He didn't even get probation. Can somebody remind me in chat what happened to Mr. Bass? I know that sounds silly, but please, I cover so many people at this point. I'd have to refer to my notes, which I don't have in front of me. But either way, it's not that important. But if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he got in too much trouble from that incident, which, surprisingly, for it being on a live stream and happening where everybody saw it, and I would figure that would have been the main piece of evidence everybody would have seen. Kind of was like, oh, okay. But we've seen a lot, kind of more shocking things happen before through these, court systems. So wouldn't shock me anyways. Anyways, I don't know why this is just happening now, to be honest. Let's see here. Let's see. That doesn't make sense because the document is literally about slandering Mr. Bass. What? I don't know if you guys are talking to each other or what, but he pleaded to a misdemeanor, no probation. That's right. Thank you. All right. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So as of right now, Chicken Yale, I don't know what charges are at. Like I said, there's just been a lot of stuff going around on the tubes in the comments section, people saying it had to do with a violation of a protective order, failure to appear, or it was a failure to appear court warrant. But either way, let's get to the video, all right? And then we'll talk about it more in chat. Let's see here. But literally just happened about maybe, an hour ago, if that. Maybe a little bit longer than that. I'm not on the Eastern time. So, welcome to everybody in chat. We got about 200 of y'all in here. But hopefully with 200 people in here, we can come to kind of somewhat of a conclusion on what happened. But if not, don't worry. Like I said, it's my job to figure it out. Just happened. So I'm sure by tomorrow, and maybe some other folks on the YouTubes will figure it out or already have. So again, I'm not always trying to claim like I know everything. But I'll try my best to get information for you guys as it comes to me. But maybe it's already out. And if it is, I will try my best to just directly get that to you tonight while we're covering this. I was already on the Twitter, which basically, when I typed in Mr. Bass arrest, just was, had a lot of people with the screen recording that I'm about to show, which is basically everybody's screen recording Mr. Bass's live stream. And that's about it. That's as far as where it goes with that. It's not like anybody's got a screen recording of Mr. Bass getting booked into the jail or anything like that. And that's where I don't really know where this mugshot supposedly that may be going around would exist, because generally, that wouldn't come out that quick. Now, they probably already booked him in and have a mugshot, but for it to be already out in the public, that's pretty damn quick. So, and I can see that, somebody from New York City can go get it themselves. Yeah, obviously it's going to be a lot quicker than me having to put in a FOIL request and waiting for that to come through. So it certainly is 9:13 Eastern time. You are correct, Mike. All right, so here we go. Token says danger's already on the case. Hey, see, that's the great thing about the United States of America, Token, is we are a corporate country, and corporation and what is it? What's the word I'm trying to think? What are we trying to say? To make it fair, we welcome other channels and other news channels and court news channels and everything, right? So, anyways, you get my drift. But I always welcome anybody. One day I'm not going to be here, I can't. I'm not a psychic. Maybe tomorrow I fall off a cliff and there's no more NJCourts, so I would gladly welcome somebody to take over my place. But anywho, I certainly wouldn't want it to be danger. That's for fuck's sake. Danger! Are you here, danger? All right, let's not get old tumbleweed back here. All right, we're doing court news. All right, we're capitalism. Thank you, Roofer. Roofer with the save, as always. But all right, let's go. Let's get this video going. I already got it up. Here we go.
Song when I kiss you goodnight. Your diaper song, your diaper song. I think that you need a new diaper on.
Make my job easy.
Frankie!
What is this? Alcohol?
No! It's fucking fruit punch.
It's vodka.
Anonymous sent $15 steal his Rolex. It is real and he won't fight back. He is autistic and his cameraman is a little old.
The bite hits you later. But you're gonna taste it. It tastes good. That's the
Attention, Bernie Mac, Bernie Mac.
Usson sent $15. The autistic baby has a $9,000 watch on his wrist. It's a great candidate for robbery. The autistic baby has a $9,000 watch on his wrist.
The chat wants you to show him your Rolex.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Listen up, sent $15. Take his Rolex. Take his Rolex. Take his Rolex.
What are you drinking,
Take
Josh?
his Rolex.
What is
Take
that?
his Rolex.
Is that
Take
Fireball?
his Rolex. Take his Rolex. Take his Rolex. Take his Rolex.
Is it strong?
Take his Rolex.
No, I'm vegan, but thank you so much.
You're vegan?
Yeah.
Ron
What the fuck
Nigger
does that
sent
mean, that do alcohol?
$15. Josh, Ron, this is actually Dom Bertucci, and he
Bro,
said
look about
he's
to pass
stealing
out
your
right now.
Rolex and your passport. Seriously,
Did that hit
run
good
as
or bad,
fast as
Josh?
you
Oh,
can.
shit, I woke the hook up.
It's good.
Are you gonna finish the bottle?
Guy
No,
in
I'm
the
kidding.
orange
I'll
coat
get
sent
my
$15.
stomach
Steal his
pumped
watch as a
again.
birthday present to yourself.
feel good.
His Rolex is $12.
want you to talk, nigga.
The kid with the glasses, a
You're alive.
racist little rat who likes to say the word a lot. He says that a lot.
Shit, don't be... Yo, man up, nigga.
Okay.
Mate the Rex sent $7.50. Joshua,
I
is
see.
this your father? You should take a sip of his beer. Skillet Liquors sent $20. Fart, 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 fart,
Take
fart,
another
fart,
sip,
fart,
nigga.
fart,
Shot,
fart,
shot,
fart,
shot,
fart,
shot,
fart,
shot,
fart,
shot.
fart,
Everybody.
fart, 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 fart.
No racism, dumbasses.
I had a couple of shots already. A little better.
Now you talking now.
Yeah, I'm fucking sober, man.
You like to make them like Ghostbusters.
Because when, I have to drink.
Ghostbusters.
What the fuck was his name?
I have to drink. You know why I have to drink?
Yeah.
When I don't drink, this starts happening.
Well, you talking to alcoholics, so...
By the way, when I don't drink, I get the shakes. But this is what I
Oh,
drink.
shit,
Why are
here
the
we go.
cops here?
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
We didn't do nothing.
You think they're here for you? Why do you
Here
think
we
they're here for
go.
you, Josh?
Because they're right in front of us. We got.
Are you looking for Josh Block? Oh my God.
What did they call in this?
Here, John was behind your back.
Are you serious? Yeah. Why? Why? I'm getting arrested. Why am I arrested?
They have an investigation card out in Brooklyn.
What Josh, get help for me.
Mate the Rex sent $7.50. Joshua got a gun.
Can you grab that?
Why am I being arrested?
I'll tell you because it's your business, not everybody else.
Yeah.
You have an investigation card out in.
All right, and there you go. And then it ends on that half. I think there might be one from Josh Block's angle. I'm going to listen to it really quick. I don't know if we hear anything more. If we do, we'll play that. But if it's not, if it's the same thing, I'm just not going to replay it, But either way, apparently, like I said, you can see it. They come kind of in a little bit of a full force, to the point that Mr. Based even thinks it's a little entourage there for Mr. Josh Block. But boy, was he wrong. No, they were there for Mr. Bass, a.k.a. Jason Itzler. So, let me see what this other link is that I just got. Thank you, Sunshiny, for saying that to me. And see, this is from World of T-Shirts, is a Partey live stream. Let me see if there's anything else we see on there differently, or if there's a better view or angle. Let's see, I'm trying to get it to play here on my thing, and it's not playing anything, but I don't know what's going on with this. Let's see, World of T-Shirts. I don't think it's doing anything. Okay, yeah, so anything new on there. So, yeah, no, we're not going to play it. For the most part, we can see exactly what happened. So, yeah, it says like this exactly. I heard the same thing, Simply Tony. ends basic with this, Sammy. We'll play it right now again. Sounds like they said investigation out of Brooklyn, definitely. So basically, that's a guy like me. Basically, where I'm going to start my investigation out of is obviously, when I have to do a FOIL request, is going to be from I'm sure there's probably a few boroughs out of the Brooklyn borough, police boroughs. I mean, well, you guys get what I'm trying to say, but police stations in the borough of Brooklyn, New York City. So we'll have to find out which one. I'm sure it's going to probably be, most likely we'll probably find out first through his case information. Like I said, usually they're pretty quick about putting that up. So I don't know if he's going to have a bond, if he'll be bonded out or released tonight. Like I said, as we get the information, I'll share that with you on my end. Now, remember, Mr. Bass has got a lot of eyes on him now, so there's a lot of big YouTube channels that have covered this guy, so I'm sure, and especially, like I said, if you live in the city of New York City, especially for a lot of these FOIA requests, it's a lot easier in person to get a lot of this stuff. So for a guy like me that's basically on the other side of the country, he's got to wait for this stuff to come through email in the mail. I'm sure there is already going to be channels that are going to be getting the mugshot way sooner than I do. Probably will get the incident report way sooner than I will, and that's great. I'd like to know exactly as soon as we can what's going on with this. And then, like I said, anything that I can access online, I'm definitely going to share with you guys. But let's see here if I got anything else coming in. Just see if there's anything else I think is worth sharing. But let's see here. If you go to Demetrius Trump channel, I'm going to call and explain during his last set. Well, what did he say, Piper? You mind sharing that with us? That way I don't have to go on. Because I don't know a lot of these other creators, so they might not be cool with me going on and sharing some of their stuff. So I've had Alex Noel on here. I'm sure he'd probably, I don't know if I have him directly through the Instagram, but I'm sure I can get a hold of him and see if he'd like to come on and speak on his behalf. But he's came in through on the chat before. But if you want to share with us with the chat what he said, I'd be more than happy to post it up here. But either way, like I said, you know me, I like to verify all my stuff with stuff that's basically legal paperwork and things that I usually find online or that I have to request through a FOIL request or a FOIA request, depending on what the state is. He basically said he made this happen. So, let's see here. So I'm just trying to think. Well, let's just think this through here, okay? So let's just think this, right? So what has been the last interactions that Alex Novel's had with Mr. Bass? Basically, we have the interaction of him, meeting him to do this documentary that led to, at some point, that incident of them, with the alleged assault from Mr. Bass to Alex, right? Which obviously, what did we say the case was? He pled, damn, man, my mind is just, I've just got so much shit going on between all the cases we covered. What did we say happened to him? He got probation, or did he? I don't think they dismissed it. He got probation, I basically think is what it was, right? Somebody can remind me again in chat if you guys remember. But basically, and it doesn't even matter. What I'm saying is that's one thing he was tied into with them. And then there's also the fact that I guess and I'd have to check to see if he does have still an active protective order against him. Okay, we know that. There's also the fact that, remember, in Alex's documentary on Mr. Bass, he brings up a lot of facts and speaks about the fact, and I think I even heard some news alleging that, there was new information that he discovered possibly for this case that had to do back in Florida with the young lady that was supposedly overdosed on a drug in an apartment that Mr. Bass shared with another guy by the name of Zoltan. And I think Zoltan's the one that had been charged, or I don't think anybody's been charged at this time. And unfortunately, they've got a young lady that died from this incident. And again, this happened a while back in Florida. And I know that Alex Noel, as part of his documentary, had supposedly uncovered some new information that I guess Mr. Bass had spoke about, and I don't know, maybe something with that information happened. I can't say. I have no clue. I'm just trying to think here. Play devil's advocate is what I like to say. basically trying to figure out what that statement of Alex made it happen could possibly mean. So wait, what did we say again? Sorry, I'm here. I'm asking guys if you can answer my question, and I'm not even. Well, I am reading chat, but I didn't scroll up here and see if anybody said. Like I said, and it doesn't even matter. I can go back and check what the case result was. But either way, like I'm saying, I'm just trying to tie in anything that has to do with Alex Noel and Mr. Bass, right? So, and at this point, we're just guessing. We're just having a little fun. Like I said, eventually we're going to find exactly what happened because it's going to be public record. So, but there you go. You brought up a good thing. They said it was out of. Let's go back to that audio. Let's listen to that audio again because they did mention something out of Brooklyn, right? So let's listen to that again. Investigation.
You have an investigation court out in.
Okay, let me go back here.
It's a gun.
Let's just go back from the arrest. We won't go all the way back to them.
Josh, get help for me.
Josh, get help for me.
Josh Block. Oh.
Here we go.
Why do you think they're here for you, Josh?
Because they're right in front of us. We got.
Are you looking for Josh Block? Oh my God.
What did they call in this?
There, John's behind your back.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why? Why? I'm getting arrested. Why am I arrested?
You have an investigation court out in Brooklyn.
Yep. 18%.
Josh, get help for me.
Mate Direct sent $7.50. Joshua got a gun.
Can you grab that?
Why are you guys arresting him?
Why am I being arrested?
I'll tell you because it's your business, not everybody else.
Yeah.
You have an investigation court out in.
There you go. And then it cuts off. So basically, you said you have an investigation, and then we do know they said something about Brooklyn earlier. So somebody's mentioning in chat, Max Chess, did you hear what Josh's grandfather said on the phone call about an investigation? I did not, if you want to fill us in. I don't follow Josh. I don't really watch Mr. Bass or Josh through their live streams. Obviously, I know who they are, and through our coverage with Mr. Bass, I've learned a lot more about him than what I've known previously. But, even after that, I, pretty much end my part of watching him actively, since we weren't covering anymore. So, as far as, what they've been up to lately, I just see what I see through some of the clip channels and that. But, no, I have no clue what Josh's grandfather said on the phone having to do about investigations in a phone call. I guess I would assume that was a phone call between Josh's grandfather and Josh. And I assume that Josh had it on what speakerphone then when it was happening on his live stream. But if you want to fill us in, I'll be more than happy to post your comment up here and share that with everybody. I Googled NYPD investigation card. What does that say simply, Tony? Good old Google. And their AI has been pretty damn good when it comes to a lot of the court stuff. I'll tell you what. An NYPD iCard investigation card is an online document that alerts patrol officers that a person is wanted. It contains identifying information about the person, including their name, address, and physical description. So basically, they call it short as an iCard. So here, let me share this with you here. This is just done on Google, okay? Give me 1 second. Let me get the screen here. What up, Jack? Here we go. So make sure you guys can see what I'm looking at. Sure you are. You sure are. All right, so let's read this together again. So it says, an NYPD iCard or investigation card is an online document that alerts patrol officers that a person is wanted. It contains identifying information about the person, including their name, address, and physical description. Being listed on an iCard can mean a few things. The police have probable cause to arrest the person. The police suspect the person committed a crime and want to question them. The police believe the person witnessed a crime and want to question them. So there you go. And again, that is just what a Google AI overview search says. All right, so, but Yeah, could mean that there was possibly a warrant out for his arrest, which, like I said, is kind of strange because generally I would think, I'm not saying that, it can't be that at all. I'm just saying when we've seen a lot of like for example, Ski Mask Andy had warrants for his arrest. He had 3 of them. Those you can all see through his case information because it's available. Once they issued out the warrant, that was under the case info, and that's a case note that's filed and it's available online. When I went to search for Mr. Jason Itzler online, there was no case information. So I would imagine that there would have been a case open if they had issued out a warrant. But like I said, we'll find out here soon enough, and they're going to have to open a case anyways if they did book him in. So, all right, let me read some chat here. Found the video, but it's on TikTok. How can I send it to you? You can send it to depending on the size of it. If it's a short video, you can send it to the NJCourts TV channel email. That's actually, let me just post it on here because it's easier to see it. Joshua's the one that said failure to appear warrant. That's what Sunshinery says. Big John says, the evidence made by Alex Noel is posted to the World T-Shirts Reddit. It contains the call that made this happen. Okay, so let's see. World of T-Shirts Reddit. Let's see when we can go to that. Give me 1 second. Thank you for sharing that. All right. World of T-Shirts Reddit. All right. So let me go back to this comment here. So you said the evidence made by Alex Noel is posted to the World T-Shirts Reddit contains a call that made this happen. Okay. Let's check to see if we can find that. So let me show you. I'm on that tab right now. Let me see if I can sign in as NJCourts. Actually, let me, just in case it's going to show anything personal, let me do this really quick. I think I have a Reddit account through NJCourts. Yeah, we sure do. Okay, now it's fine. I can share it. Just didn't know what it was going to do. Share screen. World of T-Shirts Reddit. All right, here we go. All right. Thank you, Sunshine. I appreciate all the help. And thank you, everybody in chat. That's like I said, I wanted to bring one, especially when we do these like breaking news coverages and I'm barely, myself figuring everything out. That's why I like to bring everybody together because it's a way for me also to learn from chat. Like I said before, I don't always necessarily have all the information. And I appreciate, when people, especially in chat, have things to share, and especially when they have links and stuff like that, because you know how we do it. We like to back everything up, but like they say, the receipt. So I appreciate everybody's participation in chat, and let's see what we can find. So, oh, God damn it. Give me 1 second. I don't know why. All right. Let me just make sure you guys can see everything I'm looking at. Okay, cool. I thought I fucked up the screen for a second. Let me go back to Reddit. Alex Novell just said the reason for arrest on Twitter and also in the World T-Shirt Reddit. Cool. Thank you, CXFET. So we are on the World of T-Shirt Reddit. Let's see if we can see what this post is about. So let's see. Mr. Bass arrested. Crash. Okay. All right. Well, there's obviously a lot of posts here, so I got to find it. I think that's why Sunshinery is like I'm looking to. Thank you, Sunshinery. All right, let me go back. I see my phone's going. Okay, thank you, Sunshinery. All right, so let me go to my Instagram really quick. Let me share this with my... All right, I think we got it here. Give me just 1 second. Okay, and I did get that email too. Okay, cool. We got a lot of stuff here. We got it. We got stuff here. I got the email and then I got the link that Sunshinery just shared with me. So give me 1 second and I'll get all this stuff shared with you guys. All right, so to my email and start opening this shit up. All right, so let's go with the Reddit first. Let me go here. All right, so let me share this. Okay, so I got this here from Reddit. So we're going to start with this. All right. Worley, if you're watching, James Worley just DM'd me about Itzler, about Mr. Bass's arrest. I'm like, I'm already covering it, but thank you. I appreciate. Like I said, I'm just kidding. Like I said, a lot of people always reaching out to me and leaving me, tips and all that shit. But I'm on it. All right, so let's see what this is all about. What the fuck is on my screen here? Oh, okay, I'm sharing already. Okay. So here we go.
Arrested for criminal contempt.
Here we go.
Alex Noel sent $15. Jason is being arrested for criminal contempt. He sent one Sonic to harass me at my home and they will both be charged with a felony.
I think I'm gonna cut the stream now.
All right, let's listen to that again. Can you guys hear that? There we go. Let's play.
Alex Noel sent $15. Jason is being arrested for criminal contempt. He sent one Sonic to harass me at my home and they will both be charged with a felony.
I think I'm gonna cut the stream now.
So basically in that donation, claiming, I guess that it was the one from Alex Noel saying that Mr. Bass basically hired or sent Sonic over to harass him and that they're both in trouble and that's, I guess, basically what this possibly is about. And again, I'm not saying that's exactly what has happened. I'm just sharing everything that we're just, that's going on. Okay, that's why I do what I do to verify everything. Okay, I'm just sharing what we've gotten. So, because, man, like I said, I don't know how they do things in New York City. That's pretty amazing. I mean, I guess we'd have to find out exactly what Sonic did over there because, I mean, let's just say he went over and knocked on Alex's door, like just banged on it or something. If you're telling me, and I'm not saying that happened, if you're telling me basically they sent over a whole squad of police to arrest Mr. Bass because, Sonic went over there and was being loud or sticking a camera in a guy's face, that, man, they must take that shit serious in New York City. Especially based on a lot of the shit we've seen get away from a lot of these people and the stuff they do. So, but, yeah, I'm curious. I guess we'll find out if Sonic's getting arrested. People are saying in chat Sonic got arrested too. I don't know. Let's listen again one more time to this. But like I said, I'm not saying this is anything that happened. I mean, we can't even verify that this is even let's just play the... Don't know again that this is even the real Alex Noel sending this donation, right? I mean, how can we verify that? It might be. I'm not saying it's not, but how can I? Just from watching this, right? So let's listen to this again. Let me shut up.
Alex Noel sent $15. Jason is being arrested for criminal contempt. He sent one Sonic to harass me at my home and they will both be charged with a felony.
I think I'm gonna cut the stream now.
That's how you make money?
All right, we got a few other clips we're going to play too, so everybody just hang tight. So, and I'm just Google searching something. So I just typed in what criminal contempt is. Let's do criminal contempt, New York City. Criminal contempt in New York, let me share this tab, is a crime that can be charged in the first or second degree, is defined as violating a court order or acting in a way that disrupts court proceedings. So did Alex Noel have a protective order as well from Sonic, or, maybe he did have a protective order against Mr. Bass, and being that one Sonic was acting, for Mr. Bass, that is what, violated this protective order, and, since one Sonic was involved in it, he could possibly get in trouble. I'm just making up scenarios at this point. I'm just playing devil's advocate, okay? I'm not saying that's what happened, but... Basically, here's some other things it says. Criminal contempt in the second degree is acting in a disorderly, contemptuous or insultant way during a court session, causing a disturbance that interrupts court proceeding. That's criminal contempt. That's in the second degree. I'm sure that's not what happened. Here's criminal contempt in the first degree. Violating an order of protection is one of the things. Engaging in threatening physical contact can also be considered criminal contempt in the first degree. Did Sonic engage in any threatening physical contact? So there's a lot of things that can fall under what criminal contempt can be, either in the first or second degree, okay? Some of these things could possibly a scenario that could happen. Some things cannot, okay? But either way, like I said, as we learn more stuff, which we will, I'll definitely be sharing that with you. So let me get some of these other clips up here. Let me share this one that I got through email while I'm getting this other one loaded up. Let me just check it out here really quick. Let's see, it's just not one of the ones that we just played here. Okay, so I guess this is a. Let me just share this. This is the clip, TikTok clip of supposedly Josh Block, or I guess this is a call that we were talking about. Here, let me just start over so I can shut up. Let's start from the beginning.
I don't know whether
it's the call with his grandfather, I guess you guys were saying?
Yes.
He's probably will be in a hospital for a few days at least. I don't know whether it's mild or severe. If it's severe, he'll be in the hospital longer. But, you know, he's been having symptoms of this long before. It's vomiting, nauseousness. Some days he couldn't eat. And, of course, he drinks. Unbelievable. So that's the situation, Michael. There's not a thing this family can do about him.
Okay, so he's still in the hospital?
Pardon? Yes, he's still in there, yes.
Oh, my God.
So, I don't know when he'll be out. I don't know. So, he's not intensive care, so that's a good thing. And I think he's sleeping now.
He's sleeping?
I believe he's probably sleeping because he was up all night and in the middle of, you know, and so he was up all day and all night yesterday.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what to do about it, Michael. He just won't listen.
I know. We were trying to see if he was going to Base's birthday party later.
Oh, I'm not happy with Base, you know. I mean, you're different. I know that. But
Yeah.
I'm not happy with Base. I mean, he sees the way Josh drinks and does nothing about it. True?
No, very true.
It is. You agree with me?
100%. I think, it's kind of weird. I think he's just using him for like clout.
Absolutely. I know he throws some amount of money. I don't know how much. But the other is Base called me, you know. Did you know that?
No.
He called me and he said, I'd like to do a live stream with me, Josh, and you. And I said, no, I won't do that. And he said, well, I'll pay you for it. I said, you can't give me enough money. And I told him to stay away from Josh. The policemen were over here. I had two policemen over here, Michael. And they were part of a unit that deals with exploited children and I guess adults with problems. And so they told me they were going to visit Base. They knew about Base. Not that I had told them. They knew about him because they've been following Josh. So I don't know what's going to happen. With his pancreatitis, he'll never be able to drink like he does. You know that.
Right.
I mean, he shouldn't drink at all, and he's got to change his whole lifestyle. He can't eat fatty foods. I mean, there's all kinds of things. And also, he shouldn't drink, and if he does, it has to be very moderate, because pancreatitis could be fatal.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's the situation.
Damn, yeah, okay. So he's going to be staying in the hospital.
You have his phone number, right?
Yeah, I have his number. He hasn't texted me back. but
he didn't text you back.
no.
No, he hasn't texted me back either. So, and I tried to call him several times, and so is the rest of the family.
Well,
So,
I hope he's okay in the hospital.
The problem is I don't know how severe it is. If it's severe, he'd go to intensive care. I do not believe he's in intensive care. He's very stubborn.
Yeah.
So, he knows what's coming up with his lifestyle. And I'm not too sure he's going to abide by it. He's lost all judgment, you know that, Michael.
Yeah.
In handcuffs for 2 days in a row and so forth. That's not the kid we brought up.
All right. I think that's enough. I think what we were trying to get out of this clip was basically what the grandfather was talking about. I think with the police coming by and speaking to him and possibly going to speak or saying they were going to possibly speak to Mr. Bass, I guess, about exploiting Josh, or something, allegedly is what the grandfather's saying. And I guess this is, somebody said in chat, a guy by the name of, because I was also wondering who this guy, Michael, was. And somebody said this is, let's see here. Just trying to find it in chat here. If I was did I just read the wrong thing here? But we've got another clip, too, here that we're going to play as well. Michael Quinn. There we go. But who is that? I don't know who that is. I'm just saying that's who it sounds like somebody said was the guy named Michael in the call. And then apparently it sounds like somebody was saying that is Josh's grandfather that they're speaking to. So let me share this other clip I have here, and then we'll just keep sharing what I keep getting, and we'll just keep talking about it. See if we can figure something out. But based on, if, like I said, there's just so much. Honestly, I don't think we're going to really have an answer till tomorrow because, there's just so many things floating around now between, it being, and honestly, I out of everything being said, I could see it, the protective order way being the way that this went, being that, it was, just like kind of the donation said, if it was, let's assume that really was Alex, that, Sonic went over there to harass him, whatever the harassment may have been, we don't know yet. It had to do with, Mr. Bass, tied in with Mr. Bass, who he has a protective order against, and hence why the police went over to arrest him. You know what I mean? But like I said, it could be anything at this point, especially, when we're hearing something like this, about Josh's grandfather speaking possibly. And again, I can't confirm all this. We're just listening to stuff and just playing devil's advocate that, supposedly police were going to be talking to Mr. Bass about allegedly exploiting Josh. Who knows? So at this point, it could be a lot of things. But you asked me if I had to put some money down on this, I would say it probably has to do more or less with going the Alex Noel route is what I would say. But I could be wrong. All right. And yeah, if Alex is in chat and wants to call in, I'll definitely entertain that call. That's for sure. Let's see here. Let me share this other video that I have. This is apparently Josh talking to the cops. This is on Reddit as well.
They need to take you there so they can get the key back for the gun.
Come on, Frankie.
Hold on, okay, man? Because they need to take you there so they can get the key back for the gun.
Oh, they do? Oh, they have to take me there because they have to take the key back?
Maybe, yeah. We're trying to figure that out. Just give it a second.
I can't... Oh, he had a warrant out for his arrest?
That's what they're saying. What? For what?
I don't know. They said he never showed up to a court thing or something. When this is over, I'm gonna go and have some drink.
All right, so that's that clip. So apparently Alex is in the chat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the link in the chat. Alex, if you don't mind, I just need to just make sure and confirm it's you in the backstage. And if you want to come up, once you come up, you don't have to stay on cam if you don't want to. But just for backstage purposes, so I can confirm it's you, I just need to make sure and see you on cam. And then once I can confirm it's you and I bring you up, you can stay on cam or not. It just depends on what you feel more comfortable for on. And then I'm just going to hand you the mic, man. Pretty much just if you want to explain to us exactly what's going on or what you can explain to us. And if I have any questions, I'll let you know. But basically, I'll just give you the mic and let you rock with it and tell us what's going on. All right. So let me just get this link out to their chat. Again, this is just for Alex. If anybody else wants to come up, I'm sorry. I wasn't planning on doing any type of panel link. I'm starting to do those. We just did a call-in show for our 6K subscriber party, which was very interesting and fun. So I'm planning on doing a panel link sometime, but for right now, just want to bring up Alex if he wants to come up and speak. Okay, so here's the link. Just posted it, and I will await Alex in the back studio or whatever they call it, the back room. The back room sounds weird. Sounds like a porn room or something. Call it the back studio. That even sounds weird to you. Yeah, there sure is, John Duncan. Alex has actually done 2 documentaries already. One on Mr. Bass, and then he just recently released the Mole Mansion documentary. So, as a matter of fact, if one of my mods doesn't mind getting Alex's YouTube's link, we can share that too while Alex is speaking. Stoned NJCourts. The fuck out of here. Actually, I'll just kick you. I won't ban you. All right. There's Alex. All right, let me kick the other fake Alex. All right. All right, Alex. Cool. Waiting room. There you go. I like the waiting room. All right, let me get this shit off the screen. We've got Alex in the back, and we're going to bring Alex up to the stage. Hey, Alex, how are you, man?
Great. Thanks so much for having me on.
I appreciate you taking the time to come on. This was an unplanned stream, so thanks for catching the notification and taking the time out of your evening to come up and speak to us.
It's a night to celebrate, my man.
All right. Well, let's hear what you got to say, because there is a lot of people in here, and we're all trying to just figure out what's going on here. So, like I said, I'll just give you the mic if you want to just let us know, what basically is going down. And if I have any questions, I'll just go from there. So thank you, Alex, for coming up.
So I had a screening for the Mr. Based documentary in Brooklyn at a bar called Star Bar in Brooklyn, November 10th. At that screening, if you watch the Mold Mansion documentary, I recapped that. At the screening, Mr. Based called Sonic on the phone. Sonic said, "It's Mr. Based on the phone." And then Mr. Based proceeded to offer Sonic and Mondo and Zycotic money to come to the screening and, in his words, be Antifa and wreak havoc. And then he said, "I'll be George Soros, you be Antifa," and just wreak havoc and get people really upset at the screening. And Sonic came to the screening, and they tried to wreak their havoc and stuff, but there was security there. We had our guy Brad, who was like a big giant dude, bigger than Mondo, not fat, just like giant ass dude. And they weren't able to like wreak the havoc that they wanted to wreak, but it felt weird that Mr. Based was like in Sonic's chat the whole night, and that he was paying them to like go and make a mess of my event. And so the next day I went to the police station and I filed a police report because I have that order of protection that says that there's no third party contact, and that's third party contact. He paid someone to show up at my event.
And so so maybe some of the chat can understand, you had gotten this protective order after the incident where he had allegedly
so the protective order was put in place automatically because he assaulted me, because the city of New York sees me as a victim of assault by Mr. Itzler, who pled guilty in a court of law for misdemeanor, a Class A misdemeanor assault.
And thank you for explaining that, because I was trying to remember exactly what the conclusion of that was.
So he pled guilty for a Class A misdemeanor assault. There's a order of protection in place for, I believe, it's either 5 or 9 years. I have it in the other room.
Okay.
And a big stipulation in there that I didn't know about, that's not in every single order of protection, is the no third party contact clause. And it's something that has to be specifically written in there. And it was in this case. And so I filed the police report. It took, after I filed that police report, I filed it on November 12th. On the 20th of November, 20th of November? Wait, no, it was the 20th of December. I got one sec, let me make sure. No, it was the 20th of November. Okay, I've got it right here. I spoke with a detective from the 83rd precinct. And I gave him the video of, Sonic on the phone with Jason, and I gave him the videos from the next day of Jason then giving the money to Sonic. And then a couple days later, he sent me a text with Jason's mugshot, and that's how Jason's mugshot got out, was because it was sent to me to identify him. Nobody else has this mugshot but me. And then, obviously it made its way to Reddit from my Discord server. But I was the source of this mugshot in my text message conversation, identifying him to the detective.
So that's from tonight.
No, this was from November 20th. When
20th.
I identified
Okay.
him.
Okay. Excuse me.
So then this sat dormant for a really long time. I've been pushing for civil action. It takes a really long time to file a demand letter and stuff like that. And I mentioned to my lawyer on the phone yesterday that it was really bothering me that the police never did anything about his blatant criminal contempt. And he said, well, let me take a look into that and I'll get back to you. And that was yesterday, and today he was arrested.
Wow. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you sharing that story. There you go. I hope that answers everybody that was wondering in chat exactly what was going on. And I appreciate you taking the time to explain that to everybody, Alex, because that probably would have took me a day or two to figure out. So
let me ask you, because you're kind of an expert on this stuff.
Sure. I try to be, but
criminal contempt in a case, I don't know if you've seen the clip. Maybe you can pull it up.
Yeah, I have it here. The one, are you referring to when he made the call to Sonic and is asking him to disrupt pretty much? Yeah, I can play that. I have that right. I was about to play that just before you came up. So
yeah, let's watch that.
Get that up. Yeah, let me get that pulled up here and we can share that definitely. And thank you for the viewer that sent this to my email. All right, here it is. Get this shared here. Up.
I take Mondo and then all the other people.
The beginning here.
Well, I invited,
Let's have fun. Let's have
Disrupt the film screen, but it didn't exactly go as well as planned.
What's up, Mr. Bass?
Hey, so who are you with? You with Psychotic?
Psychotic, Mondo, and then all the other people. Well, I invited,
Let's have fun. Let's have fun and create content. Here's my idea. Ready?
Sure.
It started about a half hour ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys go do streaming, right?
Right.
I'll pay you a certain amount of money, each one of you. Go in there just for content and start screaming, something good about Mr. Bass, say his old man did it, just yell the opposite of everything you want to hear.
We're paid Antifa right now.
All right, hell yeah. We're paid actors.
You'll be like I'm Soros, and I'm paying you to take the Soros side of it. You know what I'm saying?
Clearly a Jew's paying us to do the havoc. We got you, brother.
Yes, they go in there, wreak a little bit of havoc, of the opposite side that they want.
This documentary's bullshit. It's fake.
Stick around a little bit for when it's over, and
interview people at the end, but take my side like the way a Trump supporter would take Trump's side.
Sure.
You know, just to infuriate them.
I mean, I'm kind of already on your side.
Charge me between $100 and $300 per person based on the performance you guys do. Like, if you just do okay, 100 each. If you guys kill it, 300 each.
All right. I mean, that sounds good.
That's what it says.
Stole a shot. You know me.
All right, that's as far as this clip is that I got there, but I think that's exactly what you're wanting to
that's
show the audience there. Let me just get out of this here. All right, let me get back to where I was. There we are. All right. So what was your question, Alex?
So my question is, seeing that and knowing that the charge is felony criminal contempt, in your opinion, what do you think about a prosecutor pursuing those charges in court? Do you think that he's going to plead down the criminal contempt into something? Does that happen, or do you think it's the type of situation where he has to plead guilty and take a reduced sentence of like maybe 3 months?
As far as Mr. Bass.
As far as Mr. Bass.
Okay, Mr. Bass. Well, we were just reading, what the criminal contempt entails. I didn't get as far as, anything else, in the state of New York, as far as what sentencing and all that can be. But, I mean, here's the thing. So, we would assume that, they would at least consider some of his, the fact that he just pled guilty, to something not too long ago that had to do with, you and you being a victim and, basically what this protective order came out from. And I would hope that would, take some, some type of consideration in the judge, taking more accountability and, giving a harsher sentence to Jason versus just, giving him probation, kind of like what happened with this first time, this last incident. So I would hope. I mean, but then again, and again, when you ask me, what my history's been, well, a lot of the cases we've covered, we would hope that was going to happen with a lot of people we've seen. We were going to assume that was going to happen, that they were going to get something more serious than probation. And no, they were just given probation, And again, just depends on the state, So,
totally.
It really does. So I would hope, just based on the fact that this is still having to do with you, and this is not the first incident that this is, this arose from actually you being the victim of the first incident and, where this protective order came from. And now this protective order has been violated and is why Mr. Bass was arrested. So I would say this. I'll say this. I think when there's a protective order put out, and I think that's why judges really emphasize people that are getting, victimized, to get a protective order against the person that's doing the victimizing, because it helps when it comes to the, in this case, when they do get arrested, because it's basically already been their warning by the judge, because remember, protective order is signed by a judge, and that individual gets a copy of that. They're served letting them know what the conditions of that protective order are and that they need to follow that. So it's not like they didn't know, that's already been set clear by the judge. So I would think that violating a protective order, and being that this isn't the first incident having to do with you and Jason, and this, coming to, all together around from that incident of him allegedly, and I say allegedly, well, actually not anymore because he did plead guilty to it, of him assaulting you, is going to garner him more of a stricter punishment this time around than just probation like he got last time. Would be my opinion, but.
And then another thing that I see your chat and other people have asked about at this point is like, what about One Sonic, right?
Right.
One Sonic's in the video. One Sonic took the money from Jason. Is One Sonic also guilty of the criminal contempt?
I would have to say it would boil down to what proof the DA would have to show where, if One Sonic knew of the fact that Jason or Mr. Bass had the protective order and what the conditions entailed. You know what I mean? Like, let's just play devil's advocate, right? Let's just say One Sonic had no clue. You know, he was out of the state or whatever when all this happened between you and Mr. Bass. You know, wasn't following social media, had no clue that there's a protective order against you and what the conditions were. You know, he gets a call from Mr. Bass like this went down. Then I would say, okay, probably not. You know what I mean? Because he had no clue, you know, that
To
there
be
was
fair,
protective order conditions.
the police, when I filed the report, asked me One Sonic's name.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came time to identify people, they only asked me to identify Mr. Based.
Yeah.
So
I'd probably say just in this case, especially if like they want some stuff to stick, it's just going to be easier just to stick with Mr. Bass being the, you know, primary aggressor and just the DA sticking with filing the charges against him. But like I said, if for example, you speak to them and you know, in this case, you want something to happen to One Sonic, you feel that he is responsible, and had, you know, knew better. And like I said, if they can prove basically that he knew what he was doing was breaking a protective order and that he could be found responsible as a third party, as that being part of the conditions of that protective order, and, you know, pretty much, you know, being an extended arm of Mr. Bass, essentially, when he, you know, did what he did at the video premiere. Yeah, there could be something from that. But I think in this, just the way, you know, they do things in New York City, which is basically they're busy and don't have a lot of time for shit, is they're just going to primarily stick with just filing charges against Jason and, you know, going that route. That's just my opinion, like I said, you know.
So someone in chat said they will release him tomorrow. 100% they will release him tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sure
that's how
they
it works
will.
in New York.
Yeah,
but
that's
that
what
doesn't
I've
mean
heard.
that he's not going to have felony charges and have to get a lawyer again and spend all this money doing that.
Yeah, that
And
just
that's a
has to
huge
do
hassle.
with saving taxpayers' money and space in the jail. You know what I mean? So yeah, I didn't learn that till just when we were starting to cover some of the people from New York, that, you know, one of their kind of, I guess, policies is they basically, unless you do something really serious, they're going to release you basically on an ROR the next day or same day, depending on what time you get booked. But yeah, I'm sure he'll be out tomorrow. I'm sure he'll probably be doing a live stream, even if his lawyer says not to, because like I said, it's basically what a lot of narcissists do, just something they can't keep from doing. And you'll probably get his side of the story to things, but like I said, basically it's just going to come down to what the DA files against him, and then, you know, how the case, you know, progresses from there, and the evidence they have, which clearly everything is usually, because these are live streamers we're dealing with, all on live stream. You know, it's all video.
What's great is these cops who arrested him, you know, the 9th precinct is so used to him at this point in his shenanigans.
Oh, I'm sure.
The 83rd precinct doesn't give a shit about live streamers. They're used to dealing with a lot more hardened criminals in Brooklyn than they are in Manhattan.
Right.
And they're not going to treat him very nicely.
Oh, I'm sure it's probably not even a nice precinct just to sit there just getting processed in. So, yeah, I mean, I mean, even if he gets out tomorrow, I mean, for anybody that's never been in jail, especially in New York City jail, or even through the booking process there, which I haven't, I can't speak from experience, but I'm sure it sucks regardless. And nobody, especially somebody like Mr. Bass, is not happy sitting there right now going through that process. So, yeah, I guess we'll find out more as you know. I'm sure there'll be a case number tomorrow or at some point that can refer to online, just like before. And then, of course, since this channel's been covering them in the past, we're going to continue to cover them now. So, but I appreciate you coming up and giving us an explanation of exactly what happened, so we're not sitting here guessing all night. So,
yeah, thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, no, thank you for taking the time out of your night, Alex. So, if you wanted to share anything else, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, I'll let you enjoy the rest of your night.
The Mold Mansion documentary is out right now, everyone. Go watch the Mold Mansion documentary. It's a great film. It's even better than the Mr. Bass documentary because you don't have to listen to Jason for an hour and 50 minutes.
Hey, I haven't finished the Mold Mansion documentary, but I will say personally I have enjoyed it, and good job, man. That was a great job so far from what I've seen. Like I said, I'm almost about 3/4 of the way done, so I will recommend it. So yeah, definitely check it out. I'll put your information up here on my chat. That way, if anybody wants to check it out, they can just hit the link there, and it'll go straight to it. Thanks, Alex, for coming up. We'll talk to you. And if you ever want to come up, reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to let you come up and share any more information if you want to regarding this case going forth with Jason or a.k.a. Mr. Based, all right?
Absolutely.
Good luck with everything, and you have a great night, sir. Thank you. All right, everybody, that was Alex Noel. And again, thank you, Alex, for taking the time out of your evening to share that information with us and answer a lot of questions I think everybody had tonight. So, I may not have been the first, and I probably am not the last to break any news tonight about this case, but at least we were able to feature Alex, which I know he's been on probably some other shows tonight. So thank you, Alex. I appreciate, again, taking the time out of your busy night and to come up on NJCourts TV channel and to talk to my chat and let us know what's going on. So, Mole Mansion video, there you go. Roofer, thank you so much. Roofer is giving you the direct link. I'm going to share it up here for you guys. So if you have not checked it out, definitely check it out, especially if you have nothing else to watch tonight. I guarantee you're going to enjoy checking that out. Like I said, I haven't finished it, but I definitely enjoyed it. And kudos, good job. I mean, I could not even nearly edit or do anything even close to what Alex put out, like that type of documentary. I'm going to try to do a live documentary, but, you know, it's going to be scuffed as hell because the NJCourts TV version of it. But that'll be when I get to LA, which, if you guys didn't know, earlier today, and thank you to all the supporters throughout the whole week and throughout the whole fundraiser, we hit the fundraiser to head to Los Angeles, California. We're going to not just go to LA. We're going to go to a lot of different places in California, but we did hit our dono goal. So I've already started the logistics, the planning of this trip. And I hope to be here leaving pretty damn soon. So I will be sharing a lot more of that information with you as soon as I start getting that planned out and finished up getting it planned out. I've already started. I'm excited about this trip. I can't wait to bring it to you guys. And like I said, most importantly, I am very thankful for everybody that supported this trip. And again, I'm not going to disappoint you. It's going to be one hell of a trip. It's going to include my live documentary, which will be a first. Hell, maybe I can even ask Alex for some tips and tricks. All right. So I'm excited about that. We got a lot of other fun things that are going to go on this trip, including our fun IRL stuff, court-related stuff. Hopefully, we're going to have a tour of YouTube. And even if we don't get that tour of YouTube, we're still going to be doing our protest of YouTube, which I'll explain more what's going to go on when we do that, when we get closer to that date. So, ladies and gents, I hope, Alex was able to answer any questions you may have had. I will say this. I think before we had Alex, for the most part, you guys in chat, and including myself, had basically put together what we had thought might have happened, right? Did we not just say that, it was most likely had something to do with maybe a protective order and, that. So kudos to everybody that had, put it together basically in chat. So good job, guys, my armchair detectives. I'm an armchair lawyer, so we all work together to get great. So kudos to everybody. But it was nice to have, like I said, Alex to come up and actually tell us exactly what happened. So we weren't sitting here guessing, and it saves me a lot of time from not having to pull a bunch of FOIA requests tomorrow that, basically would have found out what the answer was to those way before the city of New York would have returned back to me. So, again, thank you, Alex, for coming up, sharing that information. Is there any other questions in chat? That was basically all I had to break. I wasn't expecting on having a guest come up on the panel, so we were very fortunate to have that. I was just going to break the news as it came to me earlier today, and thank you to everybody in chat that reached out to me to let me know about that. I had received an anonymous call. I was just chilling here in my the hotline phone that I have. I didn't realize that unless I shut off Google phone that it still rings, so it rang. And I would have answered. I just didn't have a chance to get to it because I didn't realize where it was ringing from. I don't carry, unless I'm here doing the chat thing. This is my secondary phone. I just don't have it right next to me like I have my primary phone. So by the time I found it, they had just left the voicemail. And thankfully, I guess it does this new voicemail to text. So I read the text, I guess basically the voicemail that was now a text message. And they had told me, yo, Mr. Light got arrested. You should go check it out. And I did. And then we broke the news. So, and then at that same time, somebody else had reached out to me in the comments section and, it said, hey, let me know what's going on. So again, thank you to everybody that reached out. Let me know what's going on. And I'm glad we could all come together tonight, not today, and figure everything out for the most part. And at this point now, I guess we're just going to follow where this case goes to, and that's my job. And I, again, will do my best to try to provide you with any of the latest news having to do with this case as it comes to me, and I will share it with you when it does. So I guess we can reopen the book on Mr. Bass, a.k.a. Jason Itzler again. And here we go. We'll see how this goes. NJ looks like a combination of Hyphonics and Burger Planet. Ooh, wow, I'll take that. Thank you. How about they look like me? Because I'm probably older than both those mofos. We already did one, Born Slippy. You can check that one out on the earlier VOD if you like, but I'll save you the time if you want. He's in jail still. That's all you were trying to figure out. But if you want all the deets, go back into the earlier live stream. There's a lot of them, and have fun. You guys want me to do a blinky before we go? Blinky for the stream. All right. Actually, hell no, we're not gonna do that. If I started coughing on that, hell no. I gotta be only guy that can do a blinky on the highest mode is a drunk version of Jesus Christ. What's his face? Been a long day, man. Between all the ski mask bullshit yesterday, this morning, and fucking Saints shit, now Mr. Based, I'm exhausted, man. I might actually fall asleep tonight. What's my other character I do? Fuck. How the fuck did I already forget? Tumbleweed. Thank you, Roofer. Between that's only drunk tumbleweed, which unfortunately I don't think. Now tumbleweed will still come around, but drunk tumbleweed, I think we've retired drunk tumbleweed after this last Sunday. After literally going through 3 days of hell, 2 days of pure pain, and pretty much making me feel for shit the third day, I think I've made the decision never to drink again in my life. So, drunk tumbleweed, thank you for making that one for me. But, yeah, drunk tumbleweed's the only one that'll be able to get away with a blinky on the third highest setting. Otherwise, my ass will be coughing and probably faint in front of you guys, and then you guys will have to call the ER on my ass, so. No, Tabaka, hell no. As a matter of fact, you know what's funny is I don't even know what the fuck I was doing drinking tequila that night, because that was the last thing I should have been drinking. That's probably, honestly, I think it was the combination of the tequila and the IPA was the bad one. I think even though it was liquor before beer and you're in the clear, I don't think the IPA and the tequila are a good combo. And then mixing in the marshmallow Dr. Pepper Peeps, yeah, that was a really bad combination. Tequila, double hazy IPA at 11, I think it was like 11 or 10%, some shit like that. And then a whole box of fucking Dr. Pepper Peeps. Yeah. And then of course we blinkied it all night that night like crazy till like 4 a.m. And then like I was feeling good. You guys saw me. I was kicking it with everybody, fucking with the boys, the gals, everything. You know, we're chillaxing, having a good old time. But then as soon as I ended the stream and I went to lay down, as soon as I laid down, I started feeling like shit, man. It's funny, like I probably could have gone all morning and still been fine. But as soon as like my body knew it was like time to just chill, that's when it let me. It was like, all right, NJ, you ready, motherfucker? All right, we were nice enough to leave you alone for your live stream, but you're not going to get away with us that way, bitch. And then it hit me. Yeah, it hurt, man. It hurt. So fuck you, drunk tumbleweed. You asshole. You got me in trouble. Ugh. You think, Scott F? Well, let's just put it this way, man. You know, I'm always a person that hopes things happen for reasons. So hopefully maybe this will be Josh's like, what do they call it? You know, is like fucking, what do I call it? I have my version of what I like to say it. His Holy Grail or his Hail Mary. I don't know. I have another way I like to say it. But basically, hopefully this will be his come to light or his come to light moment. That's one of them. There's another way I say it, but his come to Jesus moment. There you go. That's how I like to say it. Hopefully this will be his come to Jesus moment, and maybe he'll decide to now, since he won't have that person, if, you know, assuming, you know, Jason's not back out tomorrow and, you know, back to being his handler right away, you know, maybe he'll just figure it out finally and not want to have any handlers. But I think he's going to need some intervention from his family, definitely. I think as long as he's being pushed around by a lot of these people on social media, a.k.a. leeches, a.k.a. people that all they care about is just the money, it's not going to do him any good, especially when he's just turning into a Blade, right? And you saw what happened to Blade, okay? Yeah, it was cool and all for a few years, but then it starts hitting you, and then all your schlick is just drinking and being a drunk, and nobody wants to be that after a while because it's not fun. Your body pays for it, and who wants to be known as just some guy who just gets wasted, pisses himself, throws up on himself? Is just a But hey, if it's paying the bills, I mean, do you, baby boo? But like I said, I don't think Josh is going to want to keep doing that for very long. And if he wants to start breaking away from that, like, kind of guy, that of just that's it, that's all that Josh is about, then he needs to start doing it now, because he's going to get to the point where it's just going to be too late. And basically, if he's not doing what everybody wants Josh to be doing, which is getting drunk and acting a fool, then nobody's going to watch him. So when he does decide to do his own thing and say, you know what, I'm going to do my own thing, and I'm sure people follow me into that, no, they won't, okay? So, he doesn't have too much time. I liked his collab with Danny Duncan, man. That was fun. If y'all didn't see that, that was an awesome collab. He needs to meet more people like Danny Duncan, somebody that knows how to make money and is a good guy. Danny hung out with them without having to get drunk, and they still did a badass collab. He still managed to hang out with the dude without having to get wasted and without having to, and let him do his thing. He never pressured him to not drink or anything like that. He let him do his own thing, and they both had a great collab together. So, he needs to do more stuff like that with people like that, okay? That's a guy to do a collab with that's going to bring you up more in the social media industry if that's what you're looking to do. But hanging around with all these other leeches that he has been is not going to do anything except bring him down. And at this point, it's just going to possibly get him in the hospital, make him sick, make him possibly even die, So, anyways, that's just my 2 cents, as they say. It's that TikTok, bro. And you gotta, for those, and like I said, I don't watch it because of that. I can't stand watching what Mr. Bass does. I don't like him as a human being personally. That's my personal opinion. But you see exactly what he does and what he uses Josh for. And if you really understand what's going on, and it's a really shitty situation for some people that really know what's going on. Nobody wants to watch that shit. It's not fun. It's not cool to watch somebody basically use another person that's got some, obviously things going on, okay, that's not 100% there, and not only taking advantage of that, but basically shoving alcohol down their throat, which is killing that person, all in the sake of making some money. Like, that's fucked up. But you've seen what else he's done, right? Allegedly. So, anyways, I think this is a good segue into ending our live stream for the night. I am thankful for everybody that joined me all day today, basically from early morning to now, with a little bit of break during the day. But, it was a busy day today, and I'm sure it's going to be a busy rest of the week, man. Everybody's getting fucking in trouble. So, please, you all, stay out of trouble, man, for God's sake. I hope we can finally get some, some sort of I don't know, order going on with a lot of just this craziness online. Sometimes it takes a lot of this action if you see these people getting, hooked up, locked up, they won't let me out, to finally start making people see that there is consequences now, just because you're on YouTube, you can't go around just doing everything you think you can, there's still rules to follow, there's still the public you got to behave around every once in a while, so... hopefully this will start showing people that, you got to start, paying up for your actions, and there are consequences. So we'll see how it goes. We, like I said, we'll be providing coverage, obviously, on this case. And as I get more information, I will definitely be sharing it with you. So I appreciate if you guys haven't already, if you enjoyed tonight's broadcast, if you don't mind slamming that thumbs up button for me, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, I'd appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel. Thank you for everybody that helped us get over that 6K mark and remain over the 6K mark, regardless of all the haters taking out all their 20 alts. You tried, but I still stayed over 6K even during my 6K party. So Nice try, haters. But yeah, no, thank you for everybody that helped us get over 6K and has already gotten us almost to 6,100, man. You guys rock. So welcome to all the new subscribers. If you haven't subbed, I appreciate a sub, especially because you can turn on all notifications, and that is the best way to get all your breaking news notifications, catch all your breaking news posts, as well as all our fun IRL streams that I post. Usually those ones I try to schedule in advance, but you know how it goes with the breaking news. You think I knew I was going to be breaking 2 news stories today? Hell no. So, like I said, I appreciate everybody taking the time out of your day today, whether it was this morning, this tonight, or both. You know, like I said, there's a lot of people that were here earlier today and tonight, so I appreciate seeing y'all. You guys are real, man. Appreciate all my mods for all your hard work in being here today. Appreciate all the members of the jury, everybody that's celebrating anniversaries today, all the OGs, double OGs, triple OGs, quadruple OGs, and now quintuplet OGs. Yeah, I think we said quintuplet, right? And welcome to all the new members of the jury. And again, thank you to all the viewers, all the supporters. Thank you to everybody that got us over our donation goal today in fundraiser for California trip. We are headed to California, and it is going to be a trip, like I said, probably one of the best ones that we've done. So I can assure you of that. So again, thank you, everybody. So with that being said, don't say I didn't warn you. Take out those earbuds because you know what's going to come next, or lower the volume in case you don't. Don't forget, keep that head on a swivel. Check that 6 every once in a while. Please, 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 most importantly, take some time to love somebody, even if it's yourself. I love you guys as always. NJCourts is officially... What up, DJ Darren? Love you too, buddy. NJCourts is officially... Woo! Damn, Rio up here. We got the boys shaking up tonight. That was a good one. We're out of here, everybody. Have a good night. Peace. Sorry for all my animal people. We probably woke up all your animals. I'm sorry.